Arizona.
Thought it was only in the movies. Well, think again. Our guests show us how high technology security is available for everyday use. Mision Impossible technology like matching fingerprints and faces is no longer impossible for the rest of us. Dan joins us today with the folks who are developing something called eye face capture. Dan, this stuff always interests me.
This is fascinating. I'm going to show you the system that we have here real quick, and I'm going to introduce Dave Toon from Intellisec. But you know what? I look at this and I'm thinking, wow, this is a great way to show the many faces of Dan. Hey, there. But you know what? This is not just for me to sort of play with. This has a serious security use, and Dave has joined us here this morning. Why would we use something like this that captures my face in so many different ways?
Well, there's multiple reasons you'd use something like this, and this particular program is geared more to the commercial aspect. So let's say that you are coming up to the door and you want access. Well, today we all have to present a card to get into a building. So with this system, you just walk up, it recognizes, it captures your face. That's what this portion is doing here. You're seeing the capturing of the face, and at that point it'll compare it to a database, and if you're allowed in that building, it'll let you in that building.
Really? Now we have some tape I want to show, because everybody's worried about identity theft and protecting their bank card and being able to go to an ATM. Right. How does this fit in?
Well, what this does is you go up, of course you have your card and you put that in, and then it takes a look at your face to make sure that you're the person that should have that card. So it's an extra level of security.
So if the eyes don't match up with the card, no money?
You're not getting your money, right.
Now, you also have some shots here of the eye capture being used for entry into buildings. So this would allow you to give up your pass key?
Right. You just go up to within probably about 8 inches of the reader. You look into it. It identifies your iris as you being you and opens the door for you.
How is that? I mean, how does it look at your iris right there and say, oh, that must be Dan, come on in?
It's doing it through patterns. It just looks at the pattern of the iris, and there are no two irises that are alike.
They're like fingerprints.
Exactly. In fact, even more secure than fingerprints, and even twins don't have the same iris.
How far along are we? I mean, I haven't seen this at my bank. Are we close to actually having something that works like that?
Oh, it's out there. It's being tested, and it's going to be implemented over time. It's here right now.
Then this system right here, who would be using this? I mean, would this be used for like a TV station for security or any other business?
Right.
Or is
any
this
commercial. Initially, all the biometrics, or a lot of the biometrics out there, were designed for government use or law enforcement use. But with any technology, of course, as the price comes down, it becomes more commercially available. So it is out there for commercial use right now.
Security cameras are all over buildings right now. What does this gain you, that security cameras where you have a picture of somebody, or even in a convenience store, people go on in, we see those tapes every day. What does this give you that the security cameras we have now don't?
Well, this system here actually will give you additional storage of the faces, which is important. I mean, when you're taking pictures of whatever, faces are what you really want to capture. So this helps you to capture those and store the faces. But beyond that, what this really does for you, it's the access portion. Restricted access, not letting people in where they don't belong.
Wow, it's fascinating technology. Thanks for bringing this down today.
You're welcome.
And Dave is from Intellisec, which is short for what, Tara?
Intelligence, security. Hey, Dan?
Yes, ma'am.
If they take a picture and capture your face pre-eye surgery, and then you get the surgery and show up to try to get into work, will it recognize you?
It will recognize your iris.
Okay.
You just don't have to go like that quite so much once you have the eyelid surgery, because you can see your eyes. It makes it easier for the thing.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.